for people who aren't, I guess, familiar with labor law, what are the steps that workers would have to go through at a particular firm if they wanted to unionize?
The first part, of course, is finding at least one, but preferably 30% of your coworkers to try and get a unit, a bargaining unit started, okay. Right? And so once you have more than 30% of your, again, the employees in your unit, right? And again, this is a term defined by the National Labor Relations Board, and they'll be discussions about what's an appropriate unit or not. As long as we have a bargaining unit and 30% or more who want an election, they can petition the government for a union election, a secret ballot election, to decide whether to be represented by a union. Again, a union that exists, already, like the Service Employees International Union or the United Auto Workers, or just an informal union of, concerned workers of company Y, right, who want to bargain together collectively, right? They can petition, and once they win that secret ballot election with 50% plus one votes, they can bargain collectively for everyone in the unit, right? And so that's the principle of exclusive representation, that once they have the majority, they are the exclusive representative for all the employees in the unit, even those that didn't vote for them. But short of that, there's all kinds of other possibilities, right? Like voluntary recognition. If you present evidence that you or your union represents more than 50% of the workers at the workplace, the employer can voluntarily recognize you, right? And many employers do.
Sounds like a lengthy process. How long does that take?
It could be anywhere from, several months to, depending on how many challenges there are, depending on how many unfair labor practices there are, it could take as much as a year.
It might be a bit early, but have you seen increased interest among workers in union organizing since the pandemic?
It is pretty early, and again, the data about who files for an election in the NLRB is not going to be available very soon. Yeah. But, I think you've seen kind of anecdotally different, you've seen at Amazon, you've seen at Whole Foods, you've seen at other kinds of, big employers. You've seen since the pandemic, you've seen interest. But I think the evidence, at least in terms of the data that we have before the pandemic, is actually more indicative of a renewed interest in labor.